Hi there, I'm David Stein of Eric Care Capital, and this is a follow-up video to the first video I did on the Silvon towels, which I ordered and have now been using for about 3 months. So here I am in my washroom, and this is where I get ready in the morning. I use this place a lot, and I share it with my two sons. So just to remind you, we got 2 towel sets, so the 2 bath towels, 2 face cloths, and 2 hand towels. And we also got the bath mat, which I have put right there on by the shower. And you can see the towel hanging up, one of the 2 towels hanging up behind me on a rack, on a hook, I should say. And so overall, really liked them. Really liked using the towels. You could notice right away that they just, when you hang them up and you kind of leave them and dry them properly, they don't start getting that sort of moldy, musty smell that other towels get after you use them a number of times. So I didn't do anything sort of scientific with the towels. I just used them and went on living my life. And here's my report. As I said, overall very impressed. I really, in using them, in my daily life, really noticed 3 kind of factors that make the towels really impressive. The first is the kind of the most obvious one, which is just the sort of the normal usage. As I said, you can use them over and over and over again, and they don't get musty. So you still have to wash them, every once in a while, because they're still going to get dead skin and lotions and shampoo and stuff on the towel over time that you don't want on there. So you still wash them, and I've washed them a number of times since I've had it, and I've kind of just washed the whole set at once. That's what I've decided to do. You can use them. In our house, we tend to share the towels amongst a few of us. And again, I'm sure not everyone would be comfortable with doing that. But again, because they're the antimicrobial properties, likelihood that that anything's gonna happen with your skin very, very low. So it actually works out well for that. And so that's the first factor. The second factor, again, I didn't really think of this until I had them and was living my life, as I said, was putting them out for in your powder room or your guest bathroom, the hand towel specifically. If you're hosting an event and there's going to be a lot of action in that bathroom, a lot of hand washing, it's a great peace of mind to have that Silvon towel in there that people are drying their hands with. And you can just imagine why. So that's really cool kind of benefit to having the set. And then third, and this I never would have thought of without actually using them myself, is when it comes to washing them. Most people nowadays, including us, we've got the front-loading washer and dryer. And if you put in a load of clothes and you wash them and you don't move them into the dryer more or less right away, what'll happen, you come there, a couple hours later, depending on how hot it is and whatever else is, the environment in your house, but you open up that door and you can already smell that there's been mold growing in your clothes if you don't move them to the dryer right away. And this just simply does not happen with the Silvon towels. You can kind of forget, as we all do in our life, wash them and then come back hours later, open up the door, and they're fine, and then you dry them. Nothing worse than opening up that door, and towels are actually worse at holding on to the water and then having the mold grow than even your regular cotton clothes or whatever that you might have. But again, it just doesn't happen with the Silvon towels, which is great. So that's been my experience with them. One kind of negative thing that I found, and again, this might be just bad luck, but one of our hand towels that we did has experienced some color fading, and it's right up here. So here is the one. Here's the culprit, and you can see that right up here by the band. It's gone a little bit pinkish, so that's the gray color fading. Not a huge deal. All colored towels tend to fade over time. I don't think I've ever had a colored towel in my life that didn't, the color didn't fade at one point or another. So I guess too much to expect that these towels would be perfect. But just to be completely honest about my experience, that has happened. So that's one possible negative. Hard to know if it's something with the way they're made, or if it just is like every other towel and just part of owning towels and using them and washing them. The color's gonna change over time. But otherwise, the color, other than that little spot, the color's actually held pretty well. They still look nice and dark gray, and I still quite like them. So that, as I said, mostly positive. I'm still going to keep using them, and as I said, this is a great use of silver fabric technology for really, really practical use that I could see really taking off if it catches on. I noticed that Silvon now is advertising that they're going to do some kitchen towels, which obviously is another place where there can be a lot of bacteria and stuff that you don't want. So that's another good usage. It's a little bit more niche-y, but that being said, I think most people have 5, 6 or more towels in the kitchen that they use. So it's probably not a bad idea. But there's so many uses you can think of for this kind of stuff going forward. So it's very exciting. I'm a big proponent, having now used the towels for 3 months, and that's it for me for now. Thank you for watching. This has been David Stein of Aracura Capital, commenting on silver towels.